If you are experiencing foundation issues, get a free estimate from Ox Foundations.
I had some things happen here at the church this week. Can you just comment on what happened here at the Knollwood Presbyterian?
Well, sure. We have on Tuesdays and Thursdays we have a Mom's Morning Out ministry in the mornings, and so anyway, the night before, someone had broken into our basement, and then that next morning, the short end of the story is he lit a fire under a desk. A lot of our basement is mostly used for storage, and there's a lot of raw material you can burn. But anyway, he lit a fire under a desk and then left. And he later he left and went and confessed. He went to the Hardys and called the police and confessed. And he told the police that demons told him to burn the church down. And so that's what he was doing. The good news is that not only was our Mom's Morning Out staff, they're awesome, and they, evacuated all the children. The children thought it was awesome because fire trucks were coming. But the fire was contained by the Silicotta Fire Department very quickly. It was in one part of the basement. Of course, there's smoke damage and all that. In other words, it could have been much, much worse if nobody had been there. And nobody, nobody was harmed. Really, the rest of our church property is fully functional. It really was located to the basement.
And this guy, he's sitting in jail right now. You had made comments about you would really like to speak with this guy.
Well, I do. I've gone to our local police department to see what I need to do, and now I've got all that. I just need to go to Talladega. I don't know what condition he is in. There are apparently some significant mentally altered states that I've been told. But it's easy. I mean, I've seen comments on whatever postings. It's easy to just get angry. And this was a terrible thing. I mean, it really is a terrible thing, a sinister intent. But at the same time, I'm just trying to imagine what that man's life, what Donald, he's got a name, right? What Donald's life is like. I don't know. I'd love to hear his story to the extent that he's able to even share. But a comment was made to me that maybe he said that basements are where he seems to belong, and that was that's a sad. I think there's a lot of folks that might actually feel that maybe I just belong in a basement. It's a heartbreaking thing, and so and even this time of year, people feel that way all the more, and I just wanted to hear his story, and I've just been thinking that God, and this is something that we hold to very much in our church, that the God of the universe loves us so much that the way he sent his son was he was literally born in a basement. That's basically what a manger was in the first century. A lot of times they were at the bottom of a house where all the animals were kept and fed and cleaned up after. And God lowered himself down to the meanest of conditions so that he would take on our flesh and enter into our heartbreaks, into our homelessness, whether that's literal homelessness or spiritual homelessness, so that he would be our substitute. Even our sins and failures he'd put on himself. And that's not just a message for Donald, that's a message for me, and that's a message for everybody. And if anything, it's been that should wake us up to the reality, even in our church. It should wake us up to the reality of all the effects of the fall, whether that's mental illness, literal homelessness, spiritual homelessness, alienation on this. And also, we're very grateful in God's orchestrating of events that He protects us, that no one was harmed. And it also makes us smarter on how we do security, for that matter. We've had to reevaluate that. I've been on the phone this morning with some of our deacons, and so in ways in which we had weak links that we're going to make stronger and address. So that's what's been going on.